Hello, people of YouTube. It's Deephack here, and welcome to the live stream. So I'm just going to wait a moment or two for people to filter their way in to this stream. I hope you all enjoyed the night operations video. That's my most recent tutorial in the Harrier. And I'm just going to hang around for a moment, see if anybody has any questions about that or comments that they want to make, and then I'm going to give a quick channel update actually, and talk a little bit about the things that I'm going to be doing next. And today, the stream is brought to you by Chlebny Kwas. This is non-alcoholic, I will add. Hey Stevie B, welcome to the stream. So, yes, night operations in the AV-8B night attack version of the Harrier. So, like I said in the video, this version of the Harrier was specially made to operate at night. The original version of the AV-8B was not actually particularly useful. It was a day attack aircraft only. Not particularly useful at night, I mean, not in general. So yeah, this version brought compatibility with night vision goggles and added the nav flare and things like that. So this, of course, is the most recent Harrier tutorial that I've done. Coming next, I'm going to do videos, and in no particular order. I don't know what order I'm going to do these in, but I still have to do videos on vertical takeoff and landing, shipborne operations, conventional takeoff and landing, the laser JDAM and laser rockets, and the air-to-air modes of the aircraft. So by my count, that's a further 5 videos that I'm going to be doing on the Harrier, and then after that we're moving to the F-16, the Viper. I'm sure some of you will be very excited to hear that. So yeah, those are the plans. Feel free to comment in the chat, by the way, if there's anything you want to say about the most recent video, or if there's any questions that you have, or any questions you want to ask in general of me. I'm monitoring that just now. Just to prove it, I've popped a comment into the chat. And I've got some ideas for the channel. There's some things that I'm thinking of doing, and I wanted to kind of float that with you guys, the audience. So I'm thinking actually of trying to do one of these live streams every week. I tend to do them every week, but not always. I sometimes skip them. And just to ensure that there's always some content for these, I'm thinking of doing DCS news. So basically a little bit of flight sim news about Digital Combat Simulator, the flight sim that I mostly fly. I'm also looking at the possibility of involving an additional presenter in these live streams. So it'll be me and somebody else. I'm not going to confirm anything right now who that is, because conversations are ongoing, but you might have more than just me gracing your screen at some point. And I mentioned it before, but I'm looking at the possibility of in some way making it possible for people to sponsor the channel. And that's not just a money grab, I want to say. I want to have a system where people, if they really enjoy the stream and they want to support what I'm doing, they can give a small amount of money. I'm thinking very, very small amounts here. A couple of dollars or something like that per month. Not looking for very much. But the reason I'm looking at doing that is because I want to involve more people in the channel, and I want to be able to actually pay creators to help me with things. So I'm not a particularly creative person. I'm perfectly, I can write things and I can fly planes and I can present things to camera, but I need help with things like video editing, making graphics, making icons, basically just leveling up the whole channel and making everything slightly more professional. And if I'm going to ask people to help, I would quite like to be able to pay them something. And so this, effectively acts as a way of offsetting that. So I'm thinking of creating this thing called Deephack's Ground Crew, and you can join the ground crew and basically sponsor the channel for a small amount per month. So yeah, just an idea. It might be a little bit of time before I've properly fleshed that out. But the main thing really is that, next I'm going to be doing the F-16 after I've done the next few videos on the Harrier, and also I'm thinking about doing DCS news in these streams. So there's a little bit more to discuss. And that's pretty much it. So, what does everybody think of that, and what did everybody think of the video there? Feel free to post things into the chat. I'm monitoring that just now. But if there aren't any comments in the chat, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say this week. That brings us up to date, I feel. I'm really quite looking forward to doing the Harrier videos on shipborne operations and on the vertical takeoff and landing, because of course these are the things the Harrier is most well known for. I think it's a very, very impressive aircraft, the way that you can launch it off of a little boat and you can also land vertically. These are great strengths of the Harrier. DCS News sounds fab, says Stevie B. Cool. Yes, I think that'd be good, because the thing is, there is so much going on with DCS right now. Of course, we have in this month's coming update, they're promising brand new clouds, and if you haven't seen images of those clouds, they are looking pretty incredible. And there are new modules coming out all the time. We've got people working on the Eurofighter Typhoon. If they can manage that, that's going to be incredible. We've got people working on the Hind. There's a ton of new aircraft coming. Razbam have a bunch of aircraft in the works as well. Julian, the news thing is good to me. Excellent. Okay. That's good. Then I'll definitely do that. And like I said, there might be an additional presenter to help me with that. Stevie B, I'm looking forward to takeoff and landing on the sea, but not on the water. Yes, I'll be taking off and landing on a boat. And the boat will be on the water. If all goes well, the Harrier will not. That's the plan. And then not long now until your beloved F-16C Viper is what I'll be showing everybody how to fly. So, yes. It's going to be cool. So, I'm just going to wait a moment or two, see if there are any other comments or things that people say. Julian, wait, they're working on the Eurofighter Typhoon. Yes, indeed. In fact, there was a new module developer created specifically for that purpose. They're called True Grit Virtual Technologies, and I'm going to post a link to their section in the forums. Stevie, I don't think they have announced a release date. Let me actually just check. Oh, here we go. Here's the question. Release date, question mark. Does not say. Yeah, it's at a fairly early stage of development. If you look on the forums, they do have some images and some information about the capabilities. It looks like a very interesting module. They've said that for early access, they're going to be releasing the Luftwaffe, the German version of the Eurofighter, initially in an air-to-air only configuration, which is actually the early Eurofighters used by most nations were air-to-air only. It was in later developmental tranches that they added the air-to-ground capabilities. But in the list of things they're thinking about for that one, it is kind of amazing. They're talking about having things like the Brimstone missiles and all kinds of really, really cool stuff. You'll have to string the F-16 out till the Eurofighter. Oh, Stevie B, don't you worry. There is more than enough stuff for me to be covering before anything else comes out. I'm still very excited about doing tutorial videos on the JF-17 because I think that's a little bit underserved. And if you like the F-16, I think you will definitely like the JF-17. It's really like a reimagined modern F-16, really, but with a strange combination of Eastern and Western kind of parts. Also, the FA-18C would be something I can go through, and of course the A-10C, the Warhawk. So there's plenty of content. I don't think I'm going to be running out of stuff to cover anytime soon. And of course, when the Eurofighter does come out initially, it's going to be in early access, so I probably wouldn't tackle it at that time. I might show some video of it just to show what it is and to demonstrate it, but I wouldn't bother doing tutorials until it's further along in development. So, sounds like everybody's on board with the news idea. It may well be next week that I do the first live stream that has a proper DCS news component. So tune in for that. I'll see if I can deliver that next week. So, if there's nothing else, I think that concludes the weekly channel update. As always, thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome for supporting me, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and like and do all that sort of fun stuff. Stevie B, I super enjoyed the missions you did with Frantic on comms the other day. Yes, I'll do more of that. There will be more VR live streams of me flying things like the F-16. I'm going to continue to do that kind of stuff. So, take care, everyone. Keep safe.